Welcome back to Living 808. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, an important reminder to get our checkups and also the perfect time to celebrate and support survivors. Joining us today to share their stories is Ange and Lauren. Aloha, ladies.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. And let's talk about it because, again, with spreading awareness, it's a really great reminder for folks to also get checked and also to make a lot of people realize that they're not alone through their journeys. So, Ange, do you mind sharing about your journey and experience?
Sure. Well, I was diagnosed almost exactly 2 years ago in October of 2022. And I was very fortunate to be diagnosed early because I have a family history of breast cancer. So I'm a third-generation breast cancer survivor. After I turned 30, and I was diagnosed at the age of 33.
Wow. And I think that's something that would surprise a lot of folks, you know, thinking so young. I think a lot of people might not even get mammograms until later. But I guess with the family history, that was something that you were already getting checked on.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to know if you have a family history of any type of cancer to make sure that you get screened and to prioritize those annual mammograms, those annual screenings. So many of us, especially in the Asian or local Hawaii culture, put those things off or are afraid of doing some of the more difficult things in life. But the earlier that you can catch cancer, the more treatable it is.
That's right. And let's talk about what led you to want to start speaking publicly about this and sharing your story.
I decided to start speaking up about my story because as Asians, like I said, we tend not to talk about the hard things in life. And it's really important that people see that cancer isn't just the pink ribbons, it's not just the tutus and the happy endings. It's really about addressing that, yes, this is the most difficult time in your life, but also it's really important to know that you're not alone. And voicing my story online through some of the social media work that I've done and the advocacy work I've done, I've been able to form some incredible connections that have really fueled me and helped me to just make it through some of those harder days.
Yes, and I know you've already had such an impact on so many lives. One of those, the connections being Lauren. So Lauren, can you share a bit about your connection and your story as well?
Sure. So breast cancer obviously connected Ange and I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer in August 2023. After 3 biopsies, it was revealed that I had 7 tumors throughout various areas of my body. My most recent scan that I did in September showed that 6 of the 7 tumors are completely gone. Amazing. And there's no trace of reoccurrence.
Yay, that's incredible.
It is.
And so what has your treatment been like? Can you share a bit more about the battle?
So I don't have probably what people think the standard treatments such as surgery, chemo, radiation, because stage 4 is a lifetime illness with no cure. So I'm on hormone therapy, I take daily medication, and I will be on that for the rest of my life.
Oh, and I think, you know, when people hear about the different stages, they might not know. So that, I think, is really interesting for a lot of people to know about. So what inspires you, you know, to keep going, especially knowing, you know, this is something that you are going to have to battle forever?
Absolutely. What inspires me and to keep going is knowing that there is no cure for stage 4 cancer. It drives me to continue to share my story so that one day in my lifetime, I'm going to see that cure.
So that it's not necessarily a forever thing or for a life.
Absolutely.
Right? Love that. Okay, wonderful. And what about you, Ange? What inspires you to keep going?
You know, I think it is supporting other patients and supporting the community. We say it's the worst club with the best members.
Oh.
And it's so absolutely true. There is so much hope and just potential for us to be doing more as a community, and also for people in the public to know about how much support cancer still needs.
So true. And okay, you have a really great initiative, this Reclaim October.
Yes.
Can you share a bit about what that is and how people can help Reclaim October?
Happy to. So Reclaim October is a nationwide initiative to, just as the name says, take back the month of October. It has become overrun by a tidal wave of pink marketing campaigns, products, storefronts, and so little of the funds that are raised during the month of October, supposedly for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, actually go to the cancer community.
Oh, interesting.
So Reclaim October is an initiative to, one, call out pink washing, the exploitation of breast cancer and the color pink, and really redirect people to look to support causes that are actually helping stage 4 patients, cancer patients in general. And it's also an initiative to really showcase the true stories of people living with cancer or surviving from cancer in the everyday life.
And if people do want to support, obviously the organizations, make sure their funds are getting to the right spot. Where can we go for more resources?
Sure. So I have shared a few nonprofit organizations that I personally support and have vetted on my Instagram page at Ange's Cancer Journey. You can also visit the Reclaim October page or support two nonprofits such as Hawaii, a local organization doing incredible work, the Martha B. Smith Cancer and Infusion Center at Kapiolani, or metastatic breast cancer organizations like MetaViber.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us today for all that great information, and thank you both. In front of me right now, and I know you're inspiring so many others. So if you want to follow along, of course, we'll have their Instagram details as well on our website. But for now, let's send it over to Mikey.
Thank you, ladies. All right, everybody, Fill Your Cup is brought to you by Drink Up Cafe, and today's sponsor drink is their newest menu addition. This is the Horchata Ice Delight. Now, this drink is a delightful fusion of creamy cinnamon-infused rice milk and rich espresso served over ice, and this features the perfect balance of sweetness and spice and makes for an irresistible cinnamon treat for any hour of the day. You can pick one up today at their storefront located at 1221 Kapiolani Boulevard. I'm gonna try this on camera, so. And no, what is this song, Cal? Me espresso. There you go. Cheers. Oh my gosh, that's really good. All right, you guys, make sure you guys check them out. It's 1221 Kapiolani Boulevard. We'll have more information on KH22.com.